with meteorologist Blaze Keller.
Well, a lot of the heartland is finally quiet after a large low pressure system cut off from the jet stream has really fallen apart and pushed further into the East Coast and will eventually be pushed into the Atlantic. Again, it's moving on itself, but that low brought us some very interesting weather as it tracked across the Midwest and the plains. Specifically here in Wisconsin, we had our warmest in some spots Christmas and Christmas Eves in recent memory, especially making the top 5 warmest for both in the Madison area. But on the west side of that same system, plenty of snow. You can see that estimated snow still across parts of the Dakotas, ranging from 3 inches here in this blue to maybe a half a foot there in that darker blue. We even got some snow out of that same system too as we went into yesterday. Pulling off of the lake, we were able to tap into some of that moisture, and that amounted to about an inch to maybe 3 inches there in this kind of lighter blue, where we find these dark blue pockets within parts of Dane County and Iowa County. That's maybe upwards of 3 inches, maybe 3.5. Again, Lake Michigan, there's really no ice on it. Temperatures are still in the 40s for lake temperatures, so a lot of that moisture was picked up and then converted over to snow thanks to our cool temperatures yesterday. Now we're quiet. We had some partly cloudy conditions out there across the southeastern parts of the state, but generally speaking, it was a very nice day. Upper 30s to low 40s. We did a little bit of melting out there, but now we're settling right around freezing in Madison. Baraboo coming in at 31. We've dipped into those upper 20s. Fond du Lac back west into Camp Douglas. Still holding on to 34 in Prairie du Chien. Future Track will walk us through the rest of this evening into your Saturday. Going to be partly cloudy overnight, maybe some patchy fog developing as our winds turn out of the southwest by the morning hours on Saturday. Watch as clouds fill in though as we go throughout Saturday. Again, we're going to stay dry, but it's starting Saturday night into Sunday, so New Year's Day, that we could see some light snow move out of parts of Canada and then make their way across Wisconsin, starting from, say, the northwest and east, back south and east, as this little clipper, if you will, kind of pulls through the Midwest. Because this is coming out of Canada, it's going to be more of that light, fluffy snow, and it should wrap up, maybe with some lingering flurries, by the early evening and overnight hours for your New Year's Eve day going into New Year's. We're looking at about 1/4 of an inch to maybe a half an inch at best. Farther north and east, you're going to have that better chance to get above a half an inch of snow. Hesitant to say many of us will pick up beyond a half an inch, but it is possible. Again, Lake Michigan is very open, and if those winds come off of the lake, it's very possible we could tap into a little bit of moisture, resulting in maybe some localized higher amounts. In terms of ringing in the new year, we're looking at 20s. So making plans now, just make sure that you are staying warm and safe, obviously, making smart decisions as you're ringing in 2024. 20s tonight, partly cloudy conditions to mostly clear conditions. We're looking at that fog to develop early Saturday morning and then taper off as clouds fill in throughout the day. 61% of 2023 has been above average. We are at day 363. Those final 2 days still above average for daytime highs and overnight lows, but we could welcome in some flurries Sunday as you just saw on Future Track. New Year's Day, 31 degrees, and we'll hang out more seasonal for the first few days of the new year.
The best way to stay safe on New Year's Eve is to